Hello and welcome. In today's training video, I am going to go over how to set up your T640 as well as your extension tube. When you receive your T640, it will come with a number of items, including of which is your ask heater column, an 8-foot sample line, which is your extension tube, and on the top of it is a collar for holding up your inlet. Your inlet, which is here, a slip fit coupler, which I will go over how to use, a small, about 4-inch long, 5/8 outer diameter tube, which goes at the top of your ask, a roof flange along with a cord grip, which is for holding your extension tube, a 15-foot ambient temperature probe, and an adapter which will probably be installed in your instrument, which is for adapting the nozzle that goes into your optical cell to the ask heater column. Some tools that you may need for setting up your T640 on the roof include a drill, a hole saw, some wrenches, a tube cutter in case your extension tube is too long, you can cut it to length, a large wrench in case you need that to tighten down your cord grip, a caulking gun and some sort of sealant for sealing up the hole you're about to put on your roof, and a level to make sure that your sample lines are perfectly vertical. You'll also need some sort of hardware for fastening down your roof flange. This may vary from installation, which is why it is not included, but this is what I am using for. So to get started, we can do some of the indoor installation parts, which includes making sure that your ask adapter is installed in the instrument, and then installing the ask itself, which you want to line up fairly carefully, and don't just drop it inside, but let it come down to the bottom, and then you can plug it on the rear now if you want, or leave it sitting at, and then at the top of the heater, in which case you may need a step stool, install the 4-inch long 5/8 OD tube. Okay, welcome to the Teledyne Rooftop. As you can see, I already have my tripod in place, as well as my roof flange and its cord grip. I've also sealed those already just to save some time. Every rooftop installation will be a little bit different, so please install and seal according to what your needs are. I've also installed the smaller cord grip, 1/4-inch cord grip, that allows you to get the ambient temperature probe outdoors up through your roof. And what I will do now is show you how to install the sample tube. So because the tube has a collar on one end, you want to make sure that end is up. And you just squeeze the tube. Okay, now that we're back inside, you can see that my sample line has come down from the roof, and due to some good fortune, it has actually lined up very well with the line coming out of the top of the ask. If this were not to have happened, that's why we left the cord grip up above loose, so you can move the sample tube accordingly until you can line it up properly. Now is when we take our slide fit coupler, and we can slide it up onto the main line until it sticks out from the bottom. Then we can line it back up with the tube coming out of the ask and slide it down to create our seal. And on this slide fit coupler are double O-rings on top and bottom to ensure a good seal and no leaks. Now that we've got our sample line installed, what we can do is check for plumbness, and we do that with our level. Make sure we're good at both angles, and then we will do the same thing up above on the roof before locking it down. Okay, so now we're back up on our rooftop. Before we secure our line down, what we can do is put the inlet on top of it to get our weight on the line, and then check to make sure everything is level. And then once we feel we're good, we can tighten down our cord grips. And then I would advise, after you feel everything's good and secure in the place you want it, seal the top of these with a little bit of silicone, and that way you can prevent any kind of leaks, and this would go the same for your ambient temperature probe. And also, once you're nice and secure, you can get your ambient temperature probe inside of its solar shield, and then fasten it to the sample tube. You can use the U-bolt if you want. I typically just use zip ties. They're much faster and easier, but whichever way you like to install is fine. Ultimately, you just want the solar sheet. And there you have it. We have ourselves a T640 sample line with extension tube installed on our rooftop. And if you have any questions, any concerns, any comments, please call our tech support. The number will be listed down below, as well as a link to their email. And thank you very much.